The first thing I want to talk about is earlier this week, director Guillermo del Toro from Pacific Rim was talking about Pacific Rim and talking about how he thinks that this movie will find an audience. And what he was talking about was pretty interesting given the fact that this movie is pretty much an original story. It is an homage to Japanese monster films. Obviously, if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I love the movie. You can go and read my full review at InSessionFilm.com. But what he was talking about was this movie trying to find an audience. And he said that he thinks there is a place for summer blockbusters that are original and new and unique. And he also went on to talk about upcoming films such as Elysium, as those kind of films being important for people wanting to see something more during the summer than something that we know, or sequels and things like that we've pretty much gotten accustomed to the last couple of years. So I thought it was pretty interesting. There's a nice little interview that we posted on our website at InSessionFilm.com where you can go and read and check out more about that. But it's a really pretty, it was a pretty cool interview where Del Toro was talking about how Pacific Rim will find an audience. And I think it's going to be interesting to find if that's true, given the fact that it's getting decent reviews. I don't think it's necessarily going to do great at the box office because it is original and no one's ever heard of this before. So the marketing hasn't been great for it. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. The next thing I want to talk about is Spike Lee's Oldboy, which is coming out pretty soon and is set to come out October 25th. And we got our first trailer for it this last week, which was pretty interesting. It looks like it's going to follow the original pretty closely. I'm a pretty big fan of Park Chan-wook's original film, Oldboy, which came out in the early 2000s. And that movie was really well done. It was really well shot. And I thought what they're doing here looks a lot of the same. It looks like it's following a lot of the same storyline, a lot of the same visuals, and the camera work seems very similar as well. This one will star Josh Brolin and Samuel L. Jackson and a few others as well. But it looks pretty interesting. It looks really cool, and I'm really excited for it. I wasn't exactly sure if I was going to say that before I saw the trailer, but after watching the trailer, yeah, you can consider me on board. I'm definitely going to be interested to see how this follows the original. And lastly, I'm going to talk about the new trailer for Jeff Bridges' new movie, Seventh Son, which, again, the trailer is up at InSessionFilm.com, and Jeff Bridges plays a wizard in this movie, and it's based off of Joseph Delaney's The Wardstone Chronicles, where Jeff Bridges plays a Master Gregory, which is a wizard / knight who kind of trains a young apprentice to combat this witch and save mankind, basically. It looks pretty interesting. It looks pretty good. It's kind of a mix between Harry Potter and The Lord of the Rings, which are both film series that we tend to love here at In Session Film. And it stars Jeff Bridges, which should be amazing, and it looks a lot better than his upcoming film, R.I.P.D. But anyway, we'll have more new stuff that we'll talk about on the podcast this weekend. Let us know what you think about these news items in the comments below. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you this weekend on the podcast at InSessionFilm.com.